a lovely Friday night where we just had our first round of playoff football. Went well for some of our teams, not so much for some others. We're going to talk about all of our Wall-Win teams and a few others and how their night went both tonight and last night. I am Nick Norris, with me, Patrick Hanna, and we also have with us Trip. Talk a little bit about wrestling. Coach, how's it going?
Well, fantastic, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming out and staying up past your bedtime, like
Absolutely,
you said.
man. Ooh, I'm struggling.
We won't be on here too late. We're going to get out of here within an hour, maybe even shorter, since we have not too many teams to talk about this week. We do have a couple games that happened last night, Patrick. Winston County and Addison, two of our Wall-Win teams, both played. Winston County faced off against Pleasant Valley. Didn't go their way, 40-28. Pleasant Valley takes the win there.
We talked about that one last week, and I'm not surprised with that one. We kind of expected that one to kind of go in that direction. But Winston County making the playoffs, yeah, that's a success in that direction for them. But the other Winston County game was the one that really kind of has everybody talking and their mouths dropped open. Is Addison putting up how many points now?
71 on Raglan. 71-39 was that final last night.
I mean, they are just rewriting the history books. And we talk about this every week, and I think y'all even talked about it on the show down at Crawfish. Addison's airing it out more than they're running.
Yeah.
In that aspect. Yeah, very unusual for a small school like that to be able to do it. I mean, it's almost like they took Mike Leach's air raid playbook and they've just dwindled it down for a high school version.
Yeah, pretty impressive for Addison. I mean, that's a total change of play style for 200 years there at Addison.
And I think their points, they're averaging around close to 60 points per game.
They have to be.
I mean,
like every
easily.
week they're scoring 70. And we had a few games tonight as well. Things didn't go so well for our Jasper Vikings. Put up quite a fight, nearly came back at the end there at Gadsden City, but fell short 40-37. We'll talk a little bit more about that game in a moment. Let's knock out some of the other scores first. Meek beats Woodville tonight, 42-25. We were lucky enough to talk to Coach Evans last night on the coach's show, and couldn't be happier for Coach. I'm glad they are advancing, and I hope they continue to see a lot of success. I don't know if you got to watch much of that interview, but they've got two bowling balls back there at running back.
Yeah, I went back and I rewatched it once I got home, and the guy that was there, if I remember, does he play fullback or is he one of the running backs?
He was asked if he was a fullback, and Coach said no, he is a running back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that dude was big.
He's a big kid.
I mean, that's like Fridge Perry back there.
Yeah, he's a
school.
defensive lineman and a running back, and he looks like a defensive lineman. And the other game tonight, Moody beats Corner 49-21, pretty handedly there. We'll talk about some of the matchups for Addison and Meek. They are our two teams advancing. But, Coach, wrestling season is upon us.
Yeah, man.
How are we feeling?
Feeling good. We've it's our second full week of practice. It's gone really well. We've got a bunch of kids, man. We've got our initial sign-up, we had 75 kids, 7 through 12, which is an insane number to try to practice all together. So, it's dwindled down a little bit, but now that, unfortunately, since Jasper lost, we'll probably have those guys back on Monday, and it will be jam-packed in that room with just two full mats. So it's gonna be fun.
We got to, and I should have said when I introduced you, Jasper wrestling coach, and yeah, season's upon us. I got to come in there the other day, and when y'all were having a photo shoot, kids were having a ball, man. Let's take a fun time.
Stuff. They eat that stuff up, man.
I can't wait to get those pictures back. That's gonna be
awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
And Patrick, you're locked in also.
Oh yeah,
wrestling.
Yeah, this is a very fun group
it is.
To be able to coach, and like what Tripp said, we've only had about half of them in there. And it's been good because the half that we have, there's a lot of newbies that are in there, so we're able to really kind of take some things down on the basic levels, and we've got two of our captains in there and some experienced guys that are not involved in football to be able to kind of see from our perspective, from a coach's perspective, and being able to teach those guys as well. And so that's just something that's been real fun to be able to see the growth from practice 1 to the end of week 2. I mean, there's some 7th graders out there that have it's just clicked right off the
We got some
bat.
naturals, man.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
gonna be a
it's-
lot of fun.
yeah.
You were telling me you've got some kids that you couldn't believe that they had no previous experience.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I still to this day think that they're pulling my leg. I mean, they have to have some type of experience or have gone and watched YouTube or something to be able to pick it up because
Yeah.
it is just unreal some of the talent that some of these guys have.
How kind of exciting is that to have some kids that come in that just naturally get it and being able to knowing that you've got, 5, 6, 7 years with these kids.
Yeah,
Keep training
we're a real young team this year,
Yeah.
and so looking at these 7th, 8th, 9th graders, that's going to be kind of the core group in the next few years. Nothing against the team we have now. We're just young.
Yeah.
Six of the 65 kids are seniors, so we're just a bunch of underclassmen. So looking at these young kids coming in, it's exciting. Listen, we go to the Sean Steele tournament and at Hayden in a couple of weekends, and if we're not in the top 2 there, I will be shocked. I'm telling you, if we don't come home with a trophy, I will be very, very surprised.
Yeah.
Like that's how exciting this group is. I'm going to say 40 of our kids are 7th, 8th, and 9th graders.
Oh wow! Yeah,
So I
it's
mean,
very
at
young.
40 of those 65, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh man! Well, I'm excited. I'm going to be there for a lot of it. We're going to be covering it on the Jasper Athletic page, and we're going to be doing some fun interviews with the kids here soon. So be on the lookout for that on the wrestling and athletic pages. We do need to talk a little bit about Jasper's night tonight. Like I said, came up short, 37-40. Unfortunately, just didn't go in Jasper's favor there at the end. Came down to an onside kick that just didn't go our way. Still, a lot of big highlights for tonight. Mekhi Pledger, of course, once again had several touchdowns. Lincoln Smothers got into the end zone a couple times, both through the air and on the ground. I mean, this is a team that was fighting till the very end. I think scored 14 points in the last 2.5 minutes or something like that. And just, came up just a little bit short. Heartbreaking, but what an awesome season.
Yeah, I mean, just looking where this team was 2 years ago, sitting at 1-9, and then 7-3, just missed out on the playoffs. We go 8-2 this year, make it into the playoffs. A game right here that they had speed to be able to match our speed, physicality to match our physicality, and everybody's been talking all week. It was going to come down to special teams. That block field goal, I was sitting there, and even when I got here and I was talking to y'all, I was like, man, I pray that block field goal don't come back to haunt us and all. And so, I mean, that, special teams, in my opinion, was the difference in that aspect. That one run, I think it was 17 yards. I mean, that was just pure power and muscle of Mekhi going right up the middle and all from listening to it on the radio. That was something that just really kind of stuck out to me, and our defense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really look and you take the special teams plays away from Gadsden City, Jasper wins this game.
Yeah.
Because Gadsden City's offense, they were explosive. They weren't on the field much, but when they were, it was big plays.
Yeah, Jasper had to have dominated the time of possession.
Yeah.
It seemed like we were controlling that, and then, a couple plays on special teams kind of swung the game there in Gadsden City's favor. And that's how it goes sometimes. It's high school football. It's kids. No team's ever going to be perfect.
No.
And but man, what an awesome season! And so proud of these kids, these seniors. I know a lot of them are going on to play other sports. Some wrestling, some basketball, some baseball, and we can't wait to see what they do in the last. Almost we're halfway done with the year. Almost.
That's crazy to think about.
Right.
It's a great senior group.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
It really is. We did have 2 teams come out successful, though. We sent 4 into the playoffs, and 2 are advancing, Meek and Addison. We talked about those games. Addison won 71-39 over Raglan. Meek won 42-25 over Woodville. And we actually now know who those 2 teams will be playing next week. Addison is going to be facing off against Berry, who beat Fayetteville tonight 44-37. So they were in quite a shootout. Looks like Berry can also put up some points. Maybe not 70.
Yeah, I don't think not 70.
But I guess we'll find out. And Meek is going to be seeing Wadley, who won tonight 56-8 over South Lamar. Pretty dominant playoff win there. So that could be a really good game. I mean, both offenses also capable of putting up a lot of points.
And isn't both those games going to be at home for Meek and Addison? Or is Addison going on the road?
Meek was on the road tonight. Addison I think was also on the road tonight, so they should.
So both be at home.
Yeah, it should come down to the other opponents.
Yeah.
Who won if they were home or away teams, but it's possible they could both be at home. Yeah.
So that
Look
could
at
be that both of our stations could be heading up to Winston County.
I think there's already some talk about that possibly. So I don't want to say anything for sure, but I think there's at least some consideration there. Hopefully
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting fewer and fewer teams every week. We're dividing it by 2 every week, and we don't know how long we're going to have teams in our area there. So get out and support one of your local teams while you have the chance. Hopefully, we got 4 more games with Meek and Addison. But
Yeah, because like this week, the teams that wore black and gold got eliminated. Because Curry's black and gold too. I mean, Corner,
Yeah.
excuse me, is black and gold too.
yeah, that's true.
And Nick, gonna give you a little shout out here from one of your former students.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently on the feed that says Nick Norris is the best teacher alive.
Wow, who said that?
Dang.
All right, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
The initials are GB, and was at Summerton Christian when you were there.
Oh man, GB. Oh, I actually had a couple GBs at Summoning Christian.
Okay, maybe I did not dwindle it down for you then. I'll tell you the name then.
Okay.
Grayson Blair.
Oh man, Grayson's awesome.
Yeah.
Coach Blair's son.
Yes.
He's a great kid, man. Crazy to think he's in college now.
Yeah.
They're at Troy, I believe. I think he signed there and is at Troy, and
Lance is down at
Coach
Geneva.
moved with him. Yeah. So
Yeah, I miss
thank
old
you,
Lance.
Grayson. That's awesome, man. Glad to hear from you, and hope you're doing well in college. Hope you're having the time of your life out there, man, and having a good time. Very nice. All right, well, we need to go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about those games next week, what we can expect, and we'll get into some college football, some NFL football, and we're going to talk more about wrestling here in a little bit, too, when we got both our wrestling coaches in here, right here on the WJLX Scoreboard Show. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the WJLX Scoreboard Show on this round 1 Friday night. Once again, going through our scores last night, Winston County fell to Pleasant Valley 40-28. Addison won huge over Raglan 71-39. Jasper fell just short tonight to Gadsden City. Gadsden City won that one 40-37. Meek with a big win over Woodville 42-25. And Corner falls to Moody 49-21. Addison and Meek are our teams advancing. Addison will be facing off against Barry, who won 44-37 over Fayetteville tonight, and Meek will be seeing Wadley, who won over South Lamar 56-8. Out of those two games, which are you most excited for, Patrick?
I would say I'm kind of riding the Meek bandwagon because, I mean, you know, they came out struggling there at the start of the year, but then they really kind of kicked things into high gear, and they've been, you know, kind of riding that momentum. And going back and listening to Coach Evans talk last night, he was very confident. He was very confident in his guys.
Well, he had kind of said that he felt like they were peaking at the right time, which is it was interesting to hear because, I mean, you hear that a lot, and he's also a baseball coach. You hear that a lot in baseball and even basketball some, but I thought that was interesting to hear in football that, you know, they were kind of meshing at the right time.
Yeah, and I know they went through a little injury spell in which in 1A ball, one person goes down. That's like 10 people going down. And getting back everybody healthy and peaking at the right time, you know, they might be somebody that might pull up an upset in the next round.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they keep winning. Addison, I don't see anybody beating them, so
The thing I'm looking at there is I just want to see if they can hit 80 points. I mean, just the way they've been going.
Yeah, I wonder if they probably had an opportunity to and just called off the dog at some point.
Yeah, Coach Hastings, he's a classy guy and wouldn't do that even if he had a chance to rewrite some records.
Well, speaking of Meek and Woodville, that was our pick for last week in our pick'ems. And let's just go through these in our scores here. So, Pat, you said Woodville would win 35-29. I picked Meek, 24-21. Tyler picked Meek, 28-14. He was on the show last week, Tyler Sims. Brian picked Meek, 35-21. Zach picked Woodville, 27-20. And James picked Woodville, 31-28. So we had three Meeks. I was 24-21. Tyler, 28-14. Brian, 35-21. Does that mean Brian?
I was about to say, the master has done it again.
Brian gets it again, gets another win. We got to start adding these up and see who ends up.
Well, now we got to figure out not that we all go out and we pay our debts and stuff. I mean, because
somebody's going to have a big tab.
Somebody's going to have a big tab.
Well, we got to figure out who we're going to pick this week. I don't think we need to pick any of our two teams because we
especially if we're covering both of them.
Maybe we pick a Hoover or a Thompson or something.
If we do that, we're going to need to get Steph on the phone.
Yeah, it's too bad Corner didn't win.
Yeah, we could have gone Corner. Would have been that one. I mean, we got Clay Chalkville playing Jackson Nolan. I mean, that's another one that we could do. Yeah, it might be one of those that we might have to just do it in a group text.
Yeah.
And all once we see the bracket.
Yeah. We'll look at it in the next break. But we want to talk a little bit more about wrestling. Now, we've talked a little bit about these young guys, about these seniors, and Coach, I believe we're just 2 weeks out now. Is that right?
Yeah.
2 weeks out. Yeah. So, what is the wrestling off season like? I'm not as personally familiar with wrestling as much as football and baseball.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about that off season and what y'all been up to this year.
Yeah. So we're big in the weight room, man. We just got to be, physically. When you try to pick somebody up who's your size and put them on their back, you got to be strong. So we spent a lot of time in the weight room. And then during the summer, we hit a bunch of OTAs with a bunch of schools around. We did one with Oak Mountain, Gardendale, a bunch of different teams around for some good competition. So, and then we always, with Penn State, I don't know if folks probably don't know this, but Penn State has won like 12 of the last 13 NCAA championships in wrestling. And so, they're really good. So, they do a satellite camp down in Georgia. So we always go to that camp. I mean, it's like in football when you go to the Alabama camp. You got to go to the Penn State camp. If it's close.
That's the shirt you got on, right?
That's the shirt I got on right now. That's right.
This year. That's it. So we always do that, and then once August hits, man, we kind of do the same thing. We'll get on the mat a little bit. I mean, during our 4 o'clock, 6 period time. So our 2 hours a week, and then we'll hit the weight room real hard, and then. I mean, really, when the season gets here, it's full speed. Mm-hmm. So we're not trying to kill these guys too early. We want to peak at the right time, like you're talking about. We want to peak in February or peak in January for the state duels. So that's kind of how our off season goes. I
imagine, especially with all the new information that's constantly coming out, that takes a lot of research, I'm sure, for the weight room. Finding the right workouts and how to keep things fresh and hit all the muscle groups.
Absolutely. Wrestling's a full body sport. So, I mean, we can't just do the bench and squat. You know,
Right.
you can't keep it simple like that. So yeah, it's taken some time to work on that. The kind of formula that we have as a team and as coaches kind of has gone well. You know, we won a state championship a few years back, which was incredible. And so we can see some potential in the future for that again. So we're gonna stick with the same formula until somebody shows us something different, something
I
better,
hear you. Yeah, so,
something better.
that's right. That's right. Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm excited to get out there a little more and spend some time with wrestling this year. I do, you know, for anybody who doesn't know, I do a lot of the athletics page stuff, so I'm excited to get out there and highlight your kids. And
Listen, we've got Cortez Samuels, two-time state finalist. He got fourth place last year. You know, he got injured at football last season, and then only was able to wrestle for about 2 weeks before he went to the sectional and state tournament. Still placed fourth in the state, off of just absolute, you know, God-given ability right there. So. He's going to be exciting this year. He's got a lot of potential. Potentially can run for a state title. Chase Waits was a state qualifier last year. He's going to do some damage at 175. Leo Garcia at 106, also a state qualifier, going to have some really good opportunities there. And we got a lot of young, not necessarily young, 10th and 11th graders who are going to step up, and maybe we're a match or two away last year from going to the state tournament. So. It's gonna be fun. I think you know the sky's the limit. You know, as much as these guys want.
Yeah.
when I was in high school, and this was 10 or 11 years ago, we had a very short-stinted wrestling team that was there for a little bit.
You did.
I don't know the stat, and this could have been exaggerated, but I remember being told several times by multiple kids on the wrestling team that one of the kids there is on the wrong side of the quickest pin in the state, like state record.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt. It happens a lot more than you think.
Yeah, I remember thinking that was so brutal.
When
Like,
you get
oh,
when you
man.
get the 1 seed the first round, man,
Yeah.
it's a different level.
Well, we have some college football going on right now. I need to pull up these scores and get some updates.
Yeah, that's one thing I was looking at. You got Tulane, which, in my opinion, is their coach is the front runner for the Auburn job. They are beating Memphis 38-17 in the third quarter. USC is up on Northwestern 28-14 in the third quarter. And Houston and UCF are tied at 27 with 7 minutes and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Okay, so we got some pretty good games
Pretty good
going on
games
right
going.
now. Yeah, Memphis, that's interesting. I mean, their only loss previously was UAB.
Yeah.
Now, looks like they may lose this one as well. Have to keep up with the Tigers there in Memphis. We also got a full slate of games this weekend if we're able to watch them. Of course, YouTube TV and ESPN are still duking it out right now. But
if you've got the Disney Plus app bundled with Hulu and ESPN, it's only a couple extra dollars to have them bundled.
oh gosh, that's what we need is another thing to pay
Hope
for.
I don't get trouble for a plug on that stuff.
Are you
So.
sponsored?
Yeah, right. Who's paying you?
I mean,
Where do I get that Disney money?
yeah. I mean, Timmons, there might be a check in the mail.
Outside of the SEC, we got a couple top 25 matchups tomorrow. We've got number 7 BYU at number 8 Texas Tech. That sounds weird to say.
Yeah, it does.
Texas Tech is a 10.5-point favorite. They're over the Mormons. And then we've got number 9 Oregon at number 20 Iowa. And the Oregon Ducks are a 6.5-point favorite in that one. We got a full slate of SEC games. Auburn is at number 16 Vandy. Vandy is a touchdown favorite, 6.5 points. Think that's going to be a bigger differential, or you have faith in this interim staff?
You know, a lot of times when you get an interim, you have that one game that people ride emotion on.
Yeah.
And I think this one might be it, because if you think about it, for Auburn, when this happened last time, Mississippi State, they were a big underdog in that one, just about beat Mississippi State when they were ranked top 25. Then they come back and they knocked off Texas A&M that was ranked in the top 5, and everybody started campaigning Cadillac for the permanent job.
That's right.
Do I think Durkin gets the permanent job if he wins 2 out of the 3? I don't think he gets it. Would love to keep him as a defensive coordinator. I think he's going to be better known as a coordinator than a head coach. But I think if they can control Pavia, I think they might pull it out. I think they might surprise some people.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's going to be a close game.
He's definitely an Auburn fan.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Definitely an Auburn fan.
I'm sticking to the Auburn creed, baby.
Coach, you an Alabama fan?
I am an Alabama
Okay,
fan.
me too.
That
Me
is
too.
correct.
Well, let's talk about Alabama. LSU is coming to town, also with an interim coach there after Brian Kelly's departure.
We got a lot of
Such a
high
likable
profile.
guy. Brian Kelly.
right.
Yes, man.
Yeah, he's got a great reputation
Yes,
there.
personalities to
Yeah,
die for.
and he killed that kid too. LSU is coming to town for number 4 Alabama, and the Tide is a 10.5-point favorite. This one's actually a little concerning for the exact same reason. I don't think anybody is emotionally playing for Brian Kelly's honor.
No.
But they might just be hyped that he's gone.
Emotions are more positive. Right?
Yeah.
A happier team.
So I don't know. I still I like Alabama in this one. I've such a rough first game start to just turn it around so hard. I was one of those fans that was really reluctant to buy back in. But now it feels kind of silly not to. So until I guess they prove us wrong again, I'm going to go with the Tide. So I like it. I don't know if they're going to win by 10.5 points, but I like the Tide in it.
He's making a case for being coach of the year.
Who's that? Oh yeah,
DeBoer.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, to get them back into the top 4 is pretty crazy after that first loss. So
And speaking of LSU, did you hear that story on the radio? And I think it was also on ESPN that Orgeron said that he would come back
I'm sure he would.
to be the coach.
Yeah, I bet he
That
would.
guy is so cool.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Opposite ends, man. Orgeron was so
I would just want him just to be able to hear his interviews
my
because he's
God.
so
cool.
fun.
He is so Louisiana.
Yes.
Like
You
that
think-
is, man, is Louisiana through and through.
Exactly.
You think UAB called him just to see?
Oh, gosh.
It'd be awesome. If he was in
Dude.
Birmingham.
If he was to go to UAB, I want your job and stuff, how you handle the coach's show on that aspect.
Man. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. Yeah, that coach's show this year was. I can't comment on it actually. anyway, yeah, I that would be really cool. I got to wait on Ed Orgeron once when I was a server. He came in the restaurant with his whole coaching staff and tried to order the spinach con queso dip, and I could not for the life of me figure out what he was saying.
What'd you say?
I was like, I've got
Go Tigers.
I got really bad hearing. Finally had a
Could you write it down for me?
assistant coach finally translated for me, thankfully. We've got number 5 Georgia at Mississippi State. The Bulldogs are a 9.5-point favorite, and then we've got your favorite team, Patrick, the Citadel, is traveling to number 6 Ole Miss,
Yeah. Citadel.
and that game doesn't even have a spread.
No.
Nobody even bothered on the ESPN app to put how much Ole Miss is favored by in that one. If I had to guess, 42 points. We got number 3 A&M.
I was going to say 56. But
Yeah, it's several touchdowns. We got number 3 A&M at number 22 Missouri. The Aggies are a 6.5-point favorite, and then we've got Florida at Kentucky. The Gators are a 3.5-point favorite. That's going to be an ugly one.
And that's another one with an interim coach, too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of high-profile jobs that are open.
there's a lot. I mean, yeah, you got Penn State, LSU, Auburn.
See, we could
Florida.
just do a whole show on the coaching carousel.
There's too many positions and not enough coaches. I'm afraid, or not enough big name coaches.
No.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take a shot at a hot shot coordinator.
Yeah.
You know.
Auburn very well may be one of those ends up having to.
I told somebody today, actually. It was actually me and Mark Sargent, my principal, were talking. And I told him that I feel that Auburn's going to go and look in the group for their next head coach. I don't think they're going to try to get Franklin or Jimbo Fisher. I pray to
Yeah.
God that doesn't happen.
Surely not.
Yeah, and then so I'm thinking it's either going to be Summerall or I think it's going to be Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State.
Yeah.
That's my 2 picks in that aspect.
It's possible. It's crazy that some of these schools, though, are able now to pay their coaches to keep them that you wouldn't have thought would have been able to, like Indiana.
Yeah. Oh
You know,
gosh.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, interesting times in the college football landscape. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look at the NFL slate, talk a little bit about that, and then go back through those high school games once again right here. Don't go anywhere on the WJLX Scoreboard Show. And welcome back to the WJLX Scoreboard Show. We had our round one Friday night. We're going to talk about those games some more in just a moment. We're going to look at this NFL slate real quick, guys. Last night we had one of the most boring NFL games in a long time. I don't know if you guys got to watch any of it. But 10-7 in the Broncos' favor over the Raiders. I thought this was going to be a beatdown. And Bo Nix just wasn't was put on one of the most least entertaining quarterback performances I've seen in a while. It's not bad. Just small check down and then out of bounds pass.
Yeah, I went and watched the highlights, and it's really sad because Sean Payton's supposed to be a quarterback whisperer, and Bo Nix is going through the sophomore slumps. I feel of the NFL, and but to go on more of a higher note. Coach, you got a couple shout-outs here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's from Brian Hill, says that you and Morgan equal GOAT.
We do.
You do?
We are GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah. And I told Brian that we need to try to get Hezzy and Woody
Oh, yeah.
together on a show. Oh, my gosh, that would be so fun. Because
Where's there?
well, and he was telling me, I don't know if you were in there or not, that they were classmates.
No.
Or they were at Door or something at the same time.
Oh, really?
And all back in the day.
That's
Man.
pretty cool.
And all because Woody was talking about Hezzy as a running back in his days and playing football, and stories about him just being able to be a bruiser and running over people. And I told him, I said, well, Woody, you need to come and watch a practice because Hezzy still has moves on the mat too.
Y'all, I saw him do a roll today
Oh, my gosh.
73 years old. I
Yeah.
never. If I can do that at 73, I'll be happy.
Oh, I know.
He's unbelievable.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, he still gets down there and rolls around.
He does.
And I was impressed. He did not throw his watch today because last time he tried to do that this week, his watch kept saying that he fell.
Yeah, we got to turn that notification
Yeah,
off. Like,
he's got. I mean,
he doesn't
I
need that.
Yeah,
I almost
that
told him
sounds
that
like
he
it.
needs to let me turn it off
He
and stuff
does.
because he was about ready to throw it out the window.
If he's got a life alert, it's for the other guy.
Yeah, that's for the other guy.
Yeah,
That's funny. I remember the first time that I heard somebody refer to somebody as the GOAT. And I was in high school. I think it was my senior year. And I'd made a play on defense or something. One of our teammates said, they're like, man, you're carrying this defense like a goat. And I said, oh, I didn't know people use goats to carry stuff.
well,
Yeah.
They're like, no, just never mind. It's
Never
fine.
mind.
Don't worry about it.
well, in the NFL, we're going back overseas this week.
That's right.
But the plus side, it's not the Jaguars this time.
It is Berlin, right?
It is Berlin. Yeah, it's Berlin. It's Colts and the Falcons.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to go in one direction.
So maybe Mr. Khan said that we're not going overseas, so they're going to Mr. Blank now and stuff to see if he will move his franchise
Oh, man.
overseas.
How much are the Colts favored by? It's got to be pretty
6.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. I figured it'd be more than that. I guess everybody's going to be jet lagged, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because it is an 8:30 our time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least we get started early.
Yeah.
Looks like we got the Browns and the Jets. Wow, what a classic matchup there in the 12 o'clock window.
Everyone will tune into that one.
Everybody's
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully that one's in our market.
Hey,
Oh
the
my
Jets
gosh.
are only it's 2.5. I think we might cover.
They got a
I think
chance.
they might cover there.
We'll see.
Even after they traded all their stars this week, I think they
Oh,
might
man,
still cover.
They had a fire sale this week. Jags and the Texans, and Jacksonville is a 1.5 point favorite. They're in Houston.
And can you believe they're 5-3 with their head coach?
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at their head coach, I sometimes I wonder he looks like a deer in headlights a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy. Yeah, he's better than Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Bills and Dolphins. Brutal. Buffalo
Yeah.
is a 9.5 point favorite. They're in Miami. Golly. Patriots and Bucks. Tampa Bay 2.5 favorite. We got the Giants and the Bears. And Chicago is actually favored 4.5. I guess because Giants don't have Scatterbo. Maybe that factors into it there.
I'm glad for it for my fantasy team because I got Caleb Williams as my quarterback.
Oh, yeah. I've got Caleb Anadunze, and he had me 0 points last week. He didn't get a single target.
Nope.
None.
Ravens and Vikings. Baltimore with Lamar back is a 4.5 point favorite. Did y'all see that quote this week from J.J. McCarthy? He was talking about his alter ego.
No, I did
It
not see
was-
that one.
It was upsetting. He says he has an alter ego that he calls Nine, and that he just has to flip it on, and everybody's like, "What? You got to flip that switch to hand off the ball." What's the
That's embarrassing.
We got the Saints and the Panthers. Carolina is a 5.5-point favorite.
How are the Saints so bad? You know?
Oh, man.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, they're
It's very sad, and I literally like the hire of Kellen Moore.
yeah.
It's stuff as the coach coming in. I'm sitting there like, okay, this is a young Sean Payton, coming in to be able to re-energize that franchise, and it's gone south.
As a spoiled Steelers fan, the Saints are what, like in my mind, the Steelers are, but they're not at all.
No.
Like it's still, missing their Hall of Fame quarterback.
Well, and I think
but
that's
it's
one
different
thing
levels to it.
because even with Drew Brees being retired, I thought Derek Carr and Kellen Moore would make a good combination.
Yeah.
I did not realize that Derek Carr announcing his retirement right before preseason start was going to
Yeah.
hurt that bad.
Yeah, it's been brutal. 1-8. We got the Cardinals and the Seahawks battle of the birds. Seattle is a 6.5-point favorite in that 3 o'clock window, and we got the Lions at Commanders. Detroit is a 7.5-point favorite. Rams and 49ers. LA is a 4.5-point favorite, and then Sunday Night Football. We got the Steelers and the Chargers there in LA, and the Chargers are a 2.5-point favorites. They're on NBC.
Back to that Commanders game. Did y'all see that injury to Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, it was brutal.
That was-
Dislocated elbow.
I wasn't gonna watch that.
Yeah,
Oh, it was.
we've had some gruesome injuries this year.
It has been
Last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that one was bad. My fiance, she's huge into football. She loves NFL specifically, but she is like an old man. She will fall asleep, at some
Absolutely.
point in the game. She fell asleep for 3 plays, and that was one of them. That was the injury. So she woke up. She was like, "Where's Jaden Daniels at?" It's like
He's taking a break.
he's not coming back.
He's taking
He went to go live on a
is
farm.
done.
And then Monday Night Football, we got the Eagles and the Packers. That's going to be a great game.
Oh, that's gonna
Eagles
be
are
huge.
so boring though.
Yeah, they really are.
It's not very
They-
fun to watch this year.
No.
Yeah, Green Bay is a 1.5-point favorite. No, Tush Push is, I think everybody knows it's getting banned. It's going away.
Yeah.
Because it's getting more and more votes to ban it and stuff.
Well, it's getting
each
more and
year.
more effective.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, it used to be like you'd get a yard for it. Now it's like good for 2 yards.
Yeah.
They're getting close to it being good for 3. And at that point, that's all you do. Why,
Yeah.
why would you do anything else?
Well, and there was one play last year. Jalen Hurts got like 10 because he
Yeah.
kept being pushed.
Yeah.
Well, people are adopting it now. I mean, Buffalo with Josh Allen got 2 touchdowns
yeah,
last
'cause he
week.
could do
just,
it.
Just
Yeah.
based off the same thing.
Yeah, and it's impossible to officiate, and it's you can't keep people on sides, and there's no way to for the referee to be able to see the line of scrimmage. But the reason it's going to get banned is because it's boring.
Yeah.
That's why it's going to get banned.
boring.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah,
and
and
it is.
and it can cause you to fumble the ball when it should have been a touchdown when Auburn
Yeah.
tries to do it. That just goes to show how our offense is going. We can't even do a quarterback sneak.
Can't keep you Auburn fan happy.
No,
Golly.
no. Look, that's one. I'm like, that's why I'm happy I got wrestling to keep
That's
my
right.
mind off of
That's
it.
it, man.
Go Penn State.
Yeah, dominant.
Let's see who Hoover plays this week, and maybe that'll be our pick 'em. Just because I don't want to pick any other 2 teams. Let's see. They've got.
So while he's looking at that, Tripp, what's one of your favorite memories in being a wrestling coach
Oh man,
that you've had
that's great.
this year?
Great question.
Well, okay, so a few years back, we had this thing called COVID, and so we tried to. We had a state tournament, and we didn't have sectionals for it. We had just basically we kind of picked the top 32 in the weight class based off of record and kind of opinion and stuff. And we had a state tournament off of that. And so we had a 32-man state tournament. When now, when you get to the state tournament, it's 8 or 12. We had a 32-man bracket. And you had folks losing in this, favored in the, 1 or 2 seed, losing in the round of 16. And it was a really great tournament. And so one of our wrestlers, Manny Havis, who I'm real close with, Manny, he ends up he goes through a gauntlet, man. He beats a state finalist in the quarters, and then he gets to the semis, and he's got to wrestle this kid who won a state championship. He beats him with a last-second takedown. runs, jumps in my arms. I mean, that one, the fact that he was able to get to the finals, he ended up losing the finals by a point or two. Little questionable, but his run and honestly that tournament was just so fun to watch. So that's been one of my favorite memories. Obviously winning the state championship was incredible, right? I mean, like honestly that time was such a blur because of just all the things. We won the state duels and the state tournament, which not a lot of folks get to win 2 state championships in a single season. And so we got to do the dual aspect, which is your whole team wrestling whole other teams. And then we also won the individual part where you have kids placed in individual brackets. So that was an incredible season. So it's a whirlwind.
Man, that's all, and that's such a rare thing to get to experience, man. And to get to do it twice in a year, that is awesome. I mean, you'll never forget that. These kids are never going to forget that. I mean, that's something that's all I'd talk about.
Yes, yes. Their claim to fame is definitely that.
Because I would say for me, because I came on the year after that state run, there's 2 things that really just kind of stuck out to me. One was Carter Reed's finals match.
Oh, that's such a good one,
my
too.
gosh, that was such a nail biter and a basic switch right at the end.
He gets taken down with like 12 seconds left to tie. The guy ties the match with him, and then he hits the switch and gets behind him literally as time runs out to win a state championship. And the kid he beat was a 2-time state champion.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, the fact that, and he had gotten, I love Carter to death, but me and him will both say it, like, he got whooped by this kid in the season.
Yeah.
This kid just beat him like he stole something. And so the fact that he was able to beat him in the finals, like, and what was so great about Carter during that time is, like, we went over and we talked to him, like, hey, man, how you feeling? He's like, oh, I'm great. Like, it was just another day.
Yeah.
And he was confident, and he went and did it, man.
That's awesome.
That was a fun one, too.
I thought he was
got a
going
bunch of good ones.
Yeah, because I thought he was going to collapse after that, because as he came off, it's like the adrenaline wore off, and he had to lay down on the floor for a second to catch his breath. And the Cinderella for me that year was being able to watch David Bardell qualify for state his senior year, because that kid is the poster child of a hard worker and being such a good teammate and being able to teach the younger guys. He's one that I watched a lot because I didn't know much about wrestling. Yeah. And so being able to watch Tripp and Hezzy and Chris Getz that was with us at a time, but I learned most by watching the wrestlers and Bardell, being able to watch him and just being able to kind of relate with him and watch him teach younger guys really kind of gave me confidence. And when I saw that he qualified for state, it was kind of like for me, like, well, hey, I can coach wrestling.
Yeah.
And Bardell qualifies for state, and he was so excited. If you talk to him, he's like, my best highlight is qualifying for state. I don't care what place I came in. I made it to state.
And he's so knowledgeable, too.
Yes.
Like, he knows the sport so well. Like, if you would put his mind in an athletic freak's body, like, there's no telling what he could do.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude knows wrestling really well.
Man. Well, those are some great stories. Sometimes you ask a coach that and they're like, I don't know, but man,
we got plenty of them.
You got them on. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we're going to wrap everything up. Maybe do a pick if we can find one. Brian suggested we do Addison Berry, but I don't know if we're doing that game. So I don't know.
That's what I was about to say. I'm scared if we're doing one of those.
We'll look at it. We'll look and see.
Yeah.
Hoover lost.
What?
Hey,
Yeah.
Who?
Pelham, I think.
The Pelham?
No, it couldn't be Pelham.
No, I was about to say.
Oh, it was 6A.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Let's see. I got it right here. Central Phoenix, 34-10.
Dang.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back on the WJLX Scoreboard Show. And welcome back to the WJLX Scoreboard show. And we just had our Friday night of first-round football, and it went well for two of our teams and not so well for two others as some seasons came to an end tonight. Winston County lost last night to Pleasant Valley 40-28. Our Jasper Vikings came up just short to Gadsden City 40-37. But on the good news, Addison won last night over Raglan 71-39, and Meek came up big tonight 42-25 over Woodville. Those two teams will advance. Addison will be facing Berry, who won tonight 44-37 over Fayetteville, and Meek will be seeing Wadley in the second round. Wadley won tonight over South Lamar 56-8. So we'll have that information out about where our teams will be going, who they will be seeing, and where you can hear those broadcasts here over the next few days. So be sure to follow along on our social media pages, WJLX on Facebook and Instagram. That information will go out there. But Patrick, we've got to do our picks for the week. Mm-hmm. We decided, since we don't know which game we're going to be at, maybe both of them, we didn't want to go with either of our high school teams. So we decided we'll do something different this week. We're going to pick Alabama and Auburn football games since they're both playing, both got conference games this weekend. And so we're going to pick those games. We've got Auburn and Vandy. Auburn is the underdog, and we've got Alabama and LSU. Alabama is the favorite. Patrick, who you got in these two?
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, since it just came across, James Phillips has Bama 38-21 over LSU, and he is picking Vandy 24-14.
Okay.
Brian is picking Bama 28-10 and Vandy 30-17. I want to know who's driving that car. It must be Woody driving, with both of them sending scores in.
Yeah, right.
You know. So I'm going to go with Bama winning, and I'm going to say that theirs is going to be Bama 42, LSU 24.
Oh, big win.
Big win. I think it's going to be a big win for them. They're kind of hitting their stride. And then I'm going to pick Vandy.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Take
going
back everything I said earlier.
I'm going Vandy 24-21.
Oh, wow.
Okay, 24-21 against the home team there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stick with the trend here. I'm also picking Alabama. I've got no reason to think that a head coachless LSU is going to come into Tuscaloosa and win. I don't think it's going to be that big of a point differential. I'd love it to be. I'm going to say it's going to be, let's say 30. I'm going to say 30-24. And then I'll also pick Vandy. And I'm going to say Vandy is going to win a close one as well. I'm going to say we got a bunch. We got two different scores for Vandy, both starting with 24. And I was also thinking 24. But I'm going to say Vandy 17, Auburn 10.
What you got, Trip?
I'm going to go Alabama 35-14.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm also going to go Vandy 28-14.
Okay. Well, we got nobody picking so far, Auburn or LSU. Maybe that'll change. No Tigers so far. That may be it. I texted Zach, but he's probably asleep. You know, he's a little boy.
Well, yeah, it's past his bedtime. 15-year-olds, don't stay up late anymore.
Well, we will get their scores from them, have them ready next week though for you. But that's just about gonna do it. Coach, 2 weeks wrestling starts.
That's it, man.
Well, you're excited to see it. Excited to get out there. Patrick, I know you're ready to get out there too. You don't have enough on your plate. We also just to say congratulations on the new position.
Yes.
I'd like to talk a little bit about that really fast.
Yes. I've taken a senior pastor position at Ezra Baptist Church. It's in the Oak Grove community. Will not be moving. We're still going to be living in Jasper. Just going to be commuting over there on Sundays and Wednesdays and special events. Still going to be here on the scoreboard. Still going to be teaching in Jasper City. Still going to be doing wrestling. And I just won't be I've got a lot of wrestlers from Oak Grove, but we'll not be sharing any of our secrets because we actually go there to wrestle.
That is true.
And all as well. They've got a good program, great coach over there as well. That's just a great guy and great program. But we're excited. Whole family is excited to be going over there and just going to be just keep us in prayers. It's a bigger church than I've been at, and it's a lot of great opportunities. The church is actually the distance from here to Harbor Freights to the school.
Oh, wow.
And and they have a mission house that serves kids in the area that may need clothes, helps with single moms. It's called Garrett's Place, and they do a lot of great ministry. Looking forward to being able to dive into that and to be able to minister to those families and to be able to minister to that community and that school.
Man, well, I know you're going to do a great job, and,
I
and
appreciate
you got
it.
all of our prayers, man, and support, and I'll let you get settled in, and then I'll come and check it out, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. That was awesome to hear. I meant to bring that up last week. I'm sorry that it slipped our minds when we had Sims in here and everything, but man, I'm so happy for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate all the prayers, and just we've got a Facebook page. We'll be broadcasting services and stuff on our Facebook page as well, and they're getting a YouTube page and stuff up as well because after 30 days, videos disappear on Facebook.
That's right.
And
Good
also,
deal. Yeah.
we're going to archive over on YouTube.
Well, go and follow, and then also subscribe on YouTube. And Patrick's going to do a great job, and we're excited for him in this endeavor. Really quickly, we'll say Zach just sent his score. He says Alabama 33-23 and Vandy 20-14. So it looks like everybody is thinking pretty similar on these scores. We'll get the rest of those over the week, and we'll be back next week, hopefully with good news about Addison and Meek. I would love to see both those teams continue to proceed into the playoffs. And Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait for wrestling season.
Man, thank you for having me. I want to shout out. We've got an Instagram, Facebook.
Yes.
Follow us on there. Check us out. Our schedule's posted on there. We'd love to see folks at home matches. These kids love seeing as many folks in the crowd as possible. So
yes, we got the
busy season.
That's
schedule
right.
up there. Jasper Wrestling, following all the social medias, follow that schedule and come out and support these kids, man. Yeah, it'll mean the world to them, and there's a lot of fun things in store for wrestling this year. Well, thank you for listening in with us this whole season. If your team's season came to an end tonight, we hope you still join us. But if not, we understand, and we appreciate following along with us the whole year. We'll be back next week with good news, hopefully, and we can't wait to see you there. We'll be back on the WJLX Scoreboard Show next Friday.